Before we dive in, I want to invite you to join my free community for mom entrepreneurs called the Momentum Hub. It's a calm, supportive space with weekly resets, simple guidance, and real momentum without hustle or burnout. You can join for free by going to momsmakemoneycollective.com/hub. Once again, that's momsmakemoneycollective.com/hub. I'll also make sure to have the link to join in the show notes so you can join that way as well. All right, let's get into the episode. Ever feel like you're carrying a backpack that just keeps getting heavier and heavier, even though no one else can see it? From the outside, it looks like you're fine. You're showing up, you're getting things done, you're handling it. But inside, you're absolutely exhausted. That is the invisible load of motherhood and entrepreneurship, and it's heavier than most people realize. Let's jump in. Welcome to the Moms Make Money podcast. I'm your host, Jenny. I'm the owner of Moms Make Money Collective, a podcast and visibility strategist and mom of two. Many moms feel like we need to sacrifice our careers for our children, but I wholeheartedly believe that we can have a thriving business and family at the same time. In this podcast, we're going to be diving into the ins and outs of running a business as a mom and getting real and raw about all things parenting. So buckle up because we're about to go all in. Hey, and welcome back to the Moms Make Money podcast, the podcast for mom entrepreneurs building sustainable businesses in part-time hours. I'm so happy you're here and cannot wait to dive into the episode. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what I like to call the invisible load backpack. So let's jump right in. So first, I want you to picture this backpack with me. So at first, it's light. You throw in a few snacks, a water bottle, your wallet, maybe your keys, no big deal. You barely notice it. But then someone slips in a laptop. You think, okay, I can manage that. Well, then next comes a stack of books and a planner, and then a couple of bricks that you didn't agree to carry. And no one ever asks if the backpack is getting heavy for you. They just assume that you've got it. And that is what the invisible load feels like. It's remembering the dentist appointment without being reminded. It's knowing your client's launch deadline by heart even before they ask. It's worrying about what's for dinner at 10 a.m. And it's keeping track of which kid needs what for school, which day is pajama day, and which permission slip hasn't been signed yet. It's holding timelines, emotions, responsibilities, and expectations all at once. And the wild part is that no one else sees it. From the outside, you look like you're functioning, capable, reliable, and on top of things. But on the inside, you're carrying so much mental weight that even rest doesn't feel restful anymore. So let me say this clearly. The problem here isn't you. You're not disorganized, you're not bad at managing your time, and you're not failing at balance. The problem is the weight of what you're carrying, and the fact that you're carrying it mostly alone. And you don't have to. So let's talk about how we can start taking some of this weight off. Practically, not perfectly. So the first thing you can do is redistribute. So some things don't belong solely in your backpack. That might look like asking your partner to fully own one whole household task. Not quote unquote help, but manage. No reminding, no overseeing, just letting it go fully. In your business, it might mean hiring on some support, even if it's just a few hours a month. Or outsourcing one tiny thing that drains your energy more than it should. It might mean letting Instacart handle your grocery delivery, letting automated emails handle follow-ups, and letting systems do the remembering for you. Redistributing doesn't mean that you cannot handle it. It means that you don't have to. The second thing to lighten your backpack is to release. So not everything deserves space in your backpack. If the laundry piles up for a few extra days, that's okay. The world's going to keep spinning. If your Instagram grid isn't perfectly curated, that's okay. Your business isn't going to collapse because of that. Some of the weight that you're carrying is self-assigned. Old expectations, invisible standards, pressure to do things a certain way because that's how it's quote unquote supposed to be done. You get to decide what actually matters right now, and you get to release the rest. Less pressure doesn't mean less ambition. It means more sustainability. Then we have the third one, which is record. And this one is huge. The heaviest thing in your backpack isn't the tasks themselves, it's keeping them all in your head. Mental tabs are exhausting. And the third thing is record. This one is huge. The heaviest thing in your backpack isn't the tasks that you're carrying themselves, it's keeping them all in your head. Mental tabs can be so exhausting. When everything lives in your brain, you're never really taking any time off. You're always tracking, remembering, and scanning for what's next. So writing things down in a system that you trust is one of the fastest ways to feel much lighter. That could be in ClickUp, Airtable, a shared Google Doc, even sticky notes on your desk. When it's written down, your brain doesn't have to carry it anymore, and that alone creates breathing room. So I want to share a quick story with you to wrap this all up. So one of my clients came to me feeling completely overwhelmed, not because she wasn't capable, she was doing everything after all, but because she was holding all the family logistics and all of her client work in her head, every single appointment, every deadline, every moving piece. We didn't overhaul her life, we didn't add more productivity hacks, we just set up two simple things. The first thing was a shared family calendar, and the second thing was a basic task manager for her business. That was it. And a few days later, she messaged me and said, I feel like I dropped 50 pounds and nothing actually changed. Well, nothing changed externally, but internally, she just wasn't carrying it all invisibly anymore. So I want you to pause for a second and ask yourself, honestly, without judgment, what is one thing that I can take out of my backpack this week? Or hand to someone else, or stop carrying mentally? Just one. Because carrying less doesn't make you less capable. It doesn't make you lazy, and it doesn't mean you care less. It just makes you more sustainable. And if you're in a season where your backpack feels way too heavy right now, if you're tired of being the one remembering everything and holding it all together, then let's talk. Inside of the Sustainable Success Accelerator, we build systems, boundaries, and support that make your business and life feel lighter, not heavier. You don't need to carry it all alone, and you were never meant to. All right, that is it for this week's episode. I will see you next week with a new episode. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'd love it if you would head on over to our free Facebook group called Moms Make Money Collective to connect with us further. If you're more of an Instagram fan, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Moms Make Money Collective. If you're loving the show, make sure to leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the absolute world to us. We'll see you in the next episode.